With search queries working, let's give our users the ability to show specific categories of products. This will handle the clothing, homeware, and special offers dropdowns in the main navigation menu. Let's start in mainNav.html. In order to handle filtering by category, I'm going to pass a category parameter to the products URL, just like we're doing with Q for search queries. These parameters will use the name field from the category model, so we have a programmatic way to access them. Of course, we could also use the category ID, but this makes the URLs a little more semantic, which is nice for the user. So for the first drop-down menu, clothing, this top link here will point to the products URL, followed by a question mark to indicate we're about to pass the category parameter, followed by activewear and essentials separated by a comma. This syntax ensures we end up with a comma-separated string in the view. The other three links are pretty self-explanatory. I'll simply use the same syntax with the appropriate categories for jeans, shirts, and then all clothing. Now heading to the all products view, we need to capture this category parameter. Again, we'll start with it as none at the top of the view, and then we'll check whether it exists in request.get. If it does, I'm going to split it into a list at the commas, and then use that list to filter the current query set of all products down to only products whose category name is in the list. It's worth noting, by the way, that this double underscore syntax is common when making queries in Django. Using it here means we're looking for the name field of the category model, and we're able to do this because category and product are related with a foreign key. An alternative way to do this would be to filter all categories down to those contained in this list, and then filter products based on the category ID instead of the name, but this would take more queries and add unnecessary complexity. It's faster and easier to just drill into the related model using this double underscore syntax. Actually though, we should grab those categories anyway so we can display for the user which categories they currently have selected. For that, we need to import category here at the top. And then we'll filter all categories down to the ones whose name is in the list from the URL. This might seem redundant, but remember that by doing this, we're converting the list of strings of category names passed through the URL into a list of actual category objects so that we can access all their fields in the template. Let's call that list of category objects current categories and return it to the context so we can use it in the template later on. If we head back to the site now, you'll see that all our filtering is working for the clothing category. Now all we need to do is copy the same syntax into the rest of the menu items in mainNav.html. You can see now why the programmatic and friendly names in this model are nice, since we can use the programmatic name in the URLs here, and we'll be able to render the friendly name in our templates. Let's check one more time to make sure all of our menu items are working. And looks like we've got a small bug here, so let's go and check out what's going on with that. It looks like there's a typo in our categories variable here at the top on line 13. So that should take care of that. And this all looks good now. So I'm going to head back and commit my changes before moving on, but this takes care of almost the entire navigation menu. Our store is really starting to take shape now, with users having the ability to search product names and descriptions and filter the product list down to specific categories. In the next video, we'll tidy this up a bit and start working on the ability to sort products in various ways.